More the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest. We gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. Appreciate everybody for coming through. I'm gonna break down Godfather of Harlem, season 3, episode 4, as well as do a little bit more talking and recapping about BMF season 2, episode 5. There's been a lot of good shows on lately, and they both have been top notch. Nothing really that you can say to complain about either show. Godfather of Harlem, if you all haven't seen, it's on Epic's network, which is now called MGM Plus, and it's one of the best shows out. Hold on, let me put it on here. Godfather of Harlem. So, what was that? Okay. Yeah, so Forrest Whitaker plays Bumpy Johnson. And so this is the 3rd season. And what I like about this is that they include a lot of archive footage and real instances and things in it. But of course it's blended sort of like BMF. Both shows are similar, and the fact that they put in reality with it. But we see Bumpy, Forrest Whitaker, is playing an older Bumpy Johnson, and at this point he's trying to hold on and maintain control of Harlem and the drug business. I'm trying to get the doogie. Make sure the next shipment of doogie comes through Harlem. Harlem is mine. So this season we see what's up, Savannah. Must have taken them vitamins. I told you I'm back. I got some things going. I got to come back and put in that work. Seem a lot of people done forgot. So time to remind them. Been doing this for 6 years, not by accident. But anyway, we see that Bumpy got a lot of people trying to take control of Harlem, mainly the mob. And Joe Colombo is starting to be a formidable adversary for him. Now, he did come up and offer Bumpy a hell of a deal. And even Bumpy's wife in the first episode told him he should have took that deal. And now it's looking like it's backfiring, because now the mob, they even told Joe Colombo, you can't really get up in Harlem because Bumpy got the cops. Well, in this episode, we see he kind of outsmarted the cops. Okay, I'm ready to play war. You want to play war? Art of war, you want to play? Hey, look, okay, I'll make sure I take out Bumpy Johnson, all right? I'll get to the cops. How much he paying them, huh? I'll pay him. I'll pay him double, okay? 2 youths. It was 2 youths. They did it, all right? The 2 youths. What's a youth? Anyway, we see that they end up paying off the cops, buying off more cops from Bumpy, and gaining control of Harlem. Now, the thing was, they had this new black chief of police in Harlem, and this new black chief of police supposed to be changing things up, making a difference. And when Bumpy went to go talk to him, because his wife even thought he might be one of the good ones, he wasn't trying to hear it. He was giving Bumpy the cold shoulder, saying, you're a criminal pretty much, and I don't want to be a part of it. But we later learned, because Bumpy went to him to complain about these 2 cops that shot up his club and raided his club, especially after he was just bragging about how his place is untouchable, and then they touched all over it. So I need to find out who those cops are. You're not going to hurt them, are you? Maybe. Bump. What's up, B? How you doing? Happy Monday. So, Bumpy, he locate those cops that shot up the club. And interrogate them and later find out everybody that was on the take. And he came and turned in their resignations and their badge numbers. He like, well, where are they? They resigned. That was pretty smooth. They don't want to do this type of work no more. Hey, you get rid of some cops, and the way you explain it is, hey, here's their resignation and badge numbers. They quit. Hey, that was gangster right there. Then dude was ready to come and get hard. He like, I know everybody on the take, including dun da da da. You work for me now, or else everyone knows everybody that's on the take. Bumpy flipped it, reversed it like a mushroom belt, reversed it on him, and that's gangster, man. A lot of people think gangster's about always beating up somebody or shooting. Gangster could be that mindset. You know what I'm saying? And he got that gangster mindset, that gangster mentality. Bump J, gunplay. I'm about that. So, Bumpy, I like this show a lot because it does show him get a little dirty from time to time. He did pull out the little straight razor, which I'm going to have to go buy me one. I ain't going to lie. That boy is nice. All you need to do is hold a little rag and hey, he took out that straight razor, cut dude cheek. Ah, you gonna tell me what I need to know? I'm gonna have to get me a straight razor. Bump. So not only that, we see Bump trying to learn the ins and outs of what was going on with the cops and the manipulation and all of that. And at the end, we saw he figured it out. But then Malcolm, I like how they doing the Malcolm story. I'm glad they didn't kind of show Malcolm having an affair, which I thought they was trying to lead up to for a second. But that hasn't happened, and I'll say that's good because I've never heard stories or reports of that. But we did see the CIA possibly tried to kill him, give him the boo-boos, give him the bubble guts, so he didn't do that speech. And they was worried that he might unite black folks and want to have a January 6th. So I can see why they was possibly worried that he might try to do something like that, or that the speech might have that type of effect. But that just shows how out of touch they were, because although Malcolm had a lot of support, he didn't have the support to do something like that. And so they threatened or intimidated Bumpy's daughter, and tried to tell her when Malcolm was gone, we don't want him making that speech. Be in his best interest if he didn't. Why don't you talk to him, make sure he don't do that? Basically, shut the fork up. Tell him to shut up before we put something in his mouth, because my zipper stuck. You know what I'm saying? No. So she was scared. She told Malcolm, but he wasn't intimidated, and he decided to go ahead and continue with the speech and to continue with meeting Che Guevara, which we see Che kind of put some thoughts in his head and let him know, hey, look, you claim to be a revolutionary, but all you doing is talking. You ain't really starting no revolution. You ain't doing nothing. You need to do a little bit more than talking. So we'll see how much of a revolution you really have going and how much of a difference you really make. And so that had Malcolm kind of sitting there like, see? So this trip is showing was very influential because we saw a couple episodes ago that he began to pray with a white man and see the white man as more than just a white man and as a man. And so that was a big leap for him because dude said, hey, it looked like to me you prejudice. And he was like, you got a good point there, which sometimes you need somebody to call you out if you're a really insightful person, because then you'll think about it, look into it, and then make whatever change or things is necessary. So we saw he did that, starting to think. Now, when he was talking with Shay, he also getting a little more insight. But we saw later that he was sick and he had either some type of food poisoning or he was poisoned on purpose. I don't know. I think it was possibly on purpose. I think they wanted to get rid of him, make sure he doesn't do that speech, and they probably figured out she wasn't going to have the effect of getting him to stop that they wanted. So, we'll see if, we saw later he still gave the speech. So that same effect, it didn't actually, work. And hell, they intertwine the real speech footage with the footage from him actually speaking now, and that was some good effects on what they did with that. So that was pretty good on how they put that together. Also during that episode, Joe Colombo, I think him and Stella, they really starting to bond now because she actually told the damn told Joe Colombo because she was trying to get away. So she had, the FBI told them what was up. They said, we can get you in witness protection if you get him to talk and tell where they meeting and picking up the shipment. So she ends up doing that, getting him to come to dinner. They end up speaking, and while they're speaking, and she actually gets him to talk and give information, which was crazy to me because she had already talked to him and told him that her father was in jail because she snitched on him. So that right there was definitely kind of hard to see that he would still trust her and tell that information after she told that she snitched. But when he was leaving, he told her, hey, when you said that about the loneliness and things, I can relate because I'd be lonely too. And, he pretty much hit her on a human level, and she felt bad for him. And lucky for him, because she had the damn whole thing tape recorded, which was a big ass tape recorder. She had a damn boom box up there. But she had a tape recorded, and for whatever reason, after talking with him and everything, decided to erase the tape, mess it up, and make sure that he was in the clear, because she ended up going to give the tape to the FBI agent. And when she did, and he listened to it, it was all garbled up, messed up. And then he said, well, I mean, what did he say? And she said, he didn't say nothing. He's clean, if you ask me. He's clean, if you ask me. She got a New York accent, boy. I don't know what you is doing over there, but he's clean, if you ask me. Hey, he got it right yet. But she ended up not turning him in and not saying nothing, which was very surprising. And so we'll see how much their relationship begins to grow in these next episodes. I definitely think it is, because it's just them two together. lonely, living the mob life, understanding each other. It's gonna be hard for her to find somebody that can understand her way of life. Just as hard as it is for him to find somebody that understands his way of life and what he was doing. So, we'll see how it all turned out. But yeah, they was definitely, trying to do that. So we'll see. That's what else was on as far as not BMF, Godfather of Harlem for this episode. Another good episode. And my first reaction, I did do a rating for it and everything. And I think that this season of Godfather of Harlem is really good, and I'm ready for the rest of it. I think that Bumpy, his partner, he gonna lose, old boy. Or, well, see, I know Bumpy don't end up in jail for life. So I'm thinking that old boy, it may end up either dead or in jail. The Spanish dude that he working with, I can't remember his name offhand right now, but it'll come to me. I definitely think dude is gonna end up dead or in jail. Bumpy gonna be on his own and end up having to work with the mob and capitulate to some of their demands more than he wanted to. And I also think Bumpy wife might leave because she said earlier she resent now being with him. And I think that she can't do anything, because anything she does is going to be tainted by her relationship with him. And I think she's tired of that and tired of him. And I definitely don't see them being together too much longer. Although it is an old school relationship and they did stick together longer and through more things than people do today, I still don't see her possibly sticking around for a very long time. So we'll see how it all play out in the end. Also, yeah, that was it. Oh, the daughter, it's kind of sad that she kind of left to the wind. They just sent her down south. Her mama is in Africa, and then her other mama don't know what to do. So I think they kind of explained this away for her because she was in a movie during this time they was filming. She was probably filming that Will Smith movie with what is it, King Richard. I think she was filming King Richard at the time they was filming this, and so that's why they said they sent her down south and explained her away for this season. So we'll see what happens when she come back. Now I'm gonna talk about BMF for a little bit, and one of the things that I wanted to bring up that I ain't really get too much time to talk about so far is that we see in this latest episode really the foundations coming together with that guy, what's his name, that was whipping it up, showing them how to make 2 in the 4 and 4 in the mo. Him showing Terry how to whip it up and double the money, and Meech with the gift the gab, and then the connections in Atlanta, we see it's about to blow. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people are worried about Lamar and this and that, and they're talking about because Lamar came to the house and threatened the mama, basically, and the daughter know who it was. I don't think Lamar got to worry about Meech and Terry, and the reason why is because Meech and Terry don't have a lot of time to spend looking for Lamar. So, yeah, they may run up there and try to save the day or whatever, so to speak. But in the end, they don't have a lot of time to spend looking for Lamar because they got to get back to work. They got to go back to Atlanta. So what they gonna do? They can't stay. So when a lot of people are saying they think Meech and Terry gonna come back looking for Lamar, I do think they'll come back, but I don't think they got a lot of time to waste looking for him. They'll probably try to tell their mama and them to move, stay somewhere else before they try to say, or before they can rather spend a lot of time looking for Lamar. Keep in mind, they got to make that money so they can give Denise some money for not snitching. They in debt. They gonna have to pay off old boy that they did wrong if they ever want to come back in Detroit, Wake, or else it's gonna be a problem with Book. So I think they got to do that, make that money, flip that work. They'll come up there looking for Lamar. I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, you did come to my damn mama house and you ready to, I mean, you wasn't bringing her no welcoming party committee, cake or something. So you basically threatened my mama. So that's death right there, dude. Like, you can't come to my damn house and say nothing to my mama. That's off limits. But I told everybody he would do that. I know a lot of people didn't believe me and think this and that. But he did it before. He'd do it again. I wouldn't put it past him. And it seemed that was the case. So I think that he won't come back to the mama house this time, though. Or the sister. I don't think he gonna kidnap or bother them no more. But Meech and Terry gonna come, and then it'll escalate again. And with that escalation, I don't think they'll see each other. Now, they'll probably see each other because the show, and it'll make it interesting maybe if they bump into each other again, but I don't see anything happening. They're not going to shoot each other. Nobody going to die. So I don't see them even bumping into each other no time soon. I think when Meech and Terry get back in town, they'll probably talk to B. Mickey and maybe some of the other guys and get some stuff straight. Found out that, Lamar killed Father MC and tons of fun. But other than that, I don't think that he got anything to worry about or that they're going to bump into each other. Just not enough time. Now, another thing on BMF that I wanted to bring up is that the dice game. So we saw in the beginning that Meech and Terry got to Atlanta and they were looking to make some money. And Meech talked to this dude that he moved weight for in Vegas when he had it strapped to his body. And so he talking to the dude, he a big time mover and shaker in the A. And they saying, hey, look, we need to get up on game. We trying to make some money. Terry, he even took, because they ain't got much money on them, so it's hard to cop some weight or make something flip when you ain't got nothing to flip with in the first place. That means you need somebody to front you, which is basically giving it to you on credit, which during the drought, a lot of people ain't giving out no credit because, hey, it ain't a lot to go around. So we getting money for every little thing we can get. So ain't no credit. The credit's cut off and they don't have much money. So dice game is about the best they got. He asked if they stick up kids. That means, hey, if you get robbed, you're going to try to pull out a gun or do something. So, because it also mean, are you a stick up kid too? Duh. But then also, hey, if we get you, you might not be the type to pull out nothing and do nothing also. So a lot of people ain't think of that angle. So then he sets them up. Now, here's the real key. Why did he set them up? He takes them to Goldie, who then sets them up with the loaded dice. He's there when it happens and knew. Why would he do that is the key. I think the reason he took them to that bad dice game and set them up is so that they can leave. He didn't want them there for whatever reason. I don't know if K9 may have told him to send them back, or he didn't want them there, or whatever. But I think he did that on purpose, and he didn't want Terry and Meech there. And that was a way to make them get broke real fast and send their ass home packing with their little ponytail between their legs. DuckTales. Woo! DuckTales. Even Monique say, I don't know where y'all from with that little stuff dangling off the back of y'all heads. So, yeah, man, he definitely set them up. I think to send them back home packing. And also, that's a control method. If you're broke, that means you need me because you have no money, which then puts them more in control. Well, puts K9 more in control of them, of Meech, which I wouldn't put that past them. You know, some of these people be manipulative like that. We already saw, you know, that he went through that with what's his name? Wood Harris. So with Wood Harris' character, he ain't want him to leave. He wanted to keep him hustling for him. Why would K9 want that to change? That's K9 boy. I wouldn't be surprised if he put the bug in dude ear. Hey, send them home packing. That way he makes sure they keep working for him, making money for him. Just a thought, just a theory. We'll see. But I definitely don't think they gonna make it to where they, you know, have to stay in Detroit too long. I think they're gonna do whatever they do when they come back looking for Lamar, and they'll be back in Atlanta within a day or two. I do think, though, that when they come back to to Detroit, that Terry's going to make that move to bring Lala with him. When he goes back to Detroit this time, when they looking for Lamar, he going to be looking for that ooh la la. Forget Lamar. I need la la. And he going to pick that up and be like, look, you coming with me to the A, baby. We ain't never looking back. And I think that's what's going to happen. Don't be surprised if you see Terry and Lala elope in episode 6. Remember, I said it. Anyway, I do think that would be a good little thing for her to do and him, because there's so much drama and things they going through. They definitely need to, well, especially her. She definitely need to get away. Dude is beating her up. I just never understood how a man can punch a woman in the face or punch her in the eye. I mean, that's incredible to me that a person can do that. That's just insane. So this dude is punching this woman in the eye. She got to go to work with a black eye. That's insane. Punch that woman in the eye. So anyway, she's only gonna be hesitant to leave out of fear that if dude finds her, then it'll be worse. But other than that, she can't wait to get away from dude. So I don't know. We'll see. I think that that's one of the things that old Terry can't wait to get, especially since he think he's some damn gambling machine. And it still is just so hard for me to remember sometimes that he's a high school kid. I thought I lived a fast and advanced life, and I know that it was people in my time and age that were doing more than me and living an even more fast and advanced life. And they was. And these guys, I'm trying to think if I knew anybody living this fast or in advanced of a life at that age, like senior year, and you got a drug empire you running and a real legit business and you got a kid, you got a baby, and you got all this stuff going. Man, they living a fast life. They got multiple kids. They've been shot. Like Terry has been shot. He's got a kid. He runs a drug business. He's driving a car. He owns a car business, and he ain't even out of high school. Think about that, man. That's a lot. This dude ain't even out of high school. It's some people today that don't even drive and they high school seniors. This dude running a drug organization, been shot, got a kid, driving, running the car business. Like, these guys live an advanced life. They do. And he over here gambling with this grown woman, gambling with his life. But I wish they didn't show us that, but in the end, we see it pay off because they end up being together for many years to come. So it is what it is. Hold on. Trying to. I guess that's it. All right. Let's see. Anything? All right. That I missed. That I was talking about. Yeah, he ain't never seen no grown women on the pole like that in Atlanta, Meech. them was real women right there. Goldie. What y'all think about Goldie and Monique? I think she did a good job. I definitely think that her and Meech are gonna have some type of friendship that's gonna be a business partnership that's very profitable for him and her. And I think that they both earned each other's trust during that moment when they got caught trying to scam, but everybody played and kept they cool. And then Terry rolled the luckiest dice he ever threw in his life. But Monique character, yeah, she did a good job. The only thing I don't like about her character actually is that they tried to make her all tough when the dude was talking to her, and then she got to bust him upside the head with the bottle and stuff. Oh yeah, she tough. Like, I don't think that was necessary. It didn't ruin anything or whatever, but I was just like, oh, yeah, right. But anyway, she busts dude upside the head, and later we see, oh, she a shot caller, she a boss, she running things over there. But she also is on some type of scam because we later see that she caught My Little Ponies and thought she caught him slipping. She like, oh, okay, you got a little pony right there. I'm about to go ahead and take him for a ride. And I don't know why Terry put 7,500 on one roll. On one roll, yeah, you can win good, but you can lose good too. And so, hey, they ain't have a lot of money to play with. That wasn't smart. But he trying to, look like the man and blew it. Then he said something wrong with the dice, which is possibly true. I think that's what we saw later, is that it was true. But when he went to the other spot with her and they almost got killed, but he should have put a smaller bet. And then you would have noticed if something was wrong with the dice and it wouldn't have cost you as much, And so he ended up having to back up, and she saw, and everybody, he just looked stupid. And so later when they was talking to their boy, he even said, did anybody else take that bet? Like, come on, man. You tripping. So we see later that they go ahead and get with her, but instead of robbing her, they formed the partnership in order to get their money back, which was smarter, because if they robbed her, they wasn't about to get what they lost. Plus, now she looking for them for being a thief. She could tell everybody that she was robbed. So what they did was smart. Plus, they said, we going to take care of you anyway. So she ain't about to help them scam some people she knows for free. She going to make some money on the deal. And with people like her, that's like all she interested in anyway, is to make some money on the deal. So it was a win-win situation for him. We'll see in the end, though, how it all turn out. What's up, Mr. Jones, Harlem Nights, Della Reese? Ain't nothing but a swallow. Well, swallow it and shut up. Swallow it and shut up. Ain't nothing but a swallow. Della Reese's Pieces. That new candy coming out instead of Reese's Pieces. Della Reese's Pieces, baby. You want some Della Reese's Pieces, baby? I would talk about Charles of the show, Deline. I mean, hey, we done seen a lot of people talk about that, and I done talked about it a lot. I mean, yeah, he a married man, and he shouldn't have cheated. And I'm going to put the majority of the responsibility on him. That's his wife. That's who he took a vow with. And that's what he should have done, is, worked it out with her. But that's not what always happens, unfortunately, for a lot of reasons. And he's human. He made a mistake. He hasn't felt the attention from someone in a long time. And he let it get to him. Yeah, he should have resisted. But in life, we all like attention and appreciation from somebody that we like or care about. And he wasn't getting that from his wife. He was always trying to do that for her, but because of their financial situation, she was out of love for her husband for the moment. Or rather, I should say, out of like. She may still be in love, but she wasn't liking him right now at the moment, which caused him to stray and make a mistake. I'm not going to say cheating on anybody is a good thing. I would rather say break up than cheat. But it is what it is, unfortunately. I think that it could be beneficial if she doesn't go back, Mabel doesn't go back and try to make this a ruckus, to try to make this personal. If she doesn't tell the wife and the kids don't know, I think that she should leave it like that. I don't know how many of you all agree, but you all let me know. Should she tell Lucille, or should she just leave it alone and leave it as a one-hit wonder and enjoy them pumps and the bumps and the bump? We like the girls with the pumps and the bump. Pumps and the bump. Mr. Jones, you say my video earlier was right. Lucille played a big part in his actions. I do definitely believe that. And I'm glad you appreciate the video, because that is true, man. A lot of people sometimes think that people do stuff just out the blue, but it's normally every action causes a reaction. That's something we learn in school. And so her actions of this cold shoulder, pushing them away. No, sex shouldn't be the most important thing in a relationship. And no, sex shouldn't be mandatory or all of this, or I'm not saying any of that. But what it comes down to is neglecting your partner's feelings and emotions. So he was still feeling about her a certain way. She wasn't feeling that way. They didn't communicate. They didn't, address that. And instead of doing that, which may have helped each other understand what's going on, he ended up cheating, which normally does not help the situation. Normally, majority of the time, it doesn't help. So, I don't know. You say he's the one-hit wonder like Stevie. Tiff the any. She should, but she won't. You think she should? That would be horrible. You saying she should? Mabel should tell Lucille? I don't think she should. Tiffany, if you was Lucille, would you want your friend Mabel to come and tell you she was stroking with your husband? That, ooh, I'd rather hear that one through the grapevine or something, maybe. I don't know if I need you to come tell me that one to my face right away. That's a knockout blow. That's a knockout blow right there. What? Blues douche. What? Damn. Yeah, that's a hard one right there. So I don't know if I could handle that exactly, but we'll see. Getting some interference over here, but was getting ready to wrap this up. But I appreciate everybody for coming through. Definitely. I'll see y'all on the next one. I got a couple more videos in the work for BMF and Your Honor as well coming. So I appreciate it. Everybody, I holler at y'all in Discord lately and different things, and all the members appreciate it. So I see y'all on the next one. Deuces. I'm out.